what's going on, everyone? It's Chris, and welcome back to Manic Maniac Recaps and Predictions. Our Big Brother podcast continues this week with my good friend, Gocubs711.
Stay away from floss, man. It's a gateway drug.
Any particular reason?
It's a gateway drug, man.
Okay.
Stay away from it.
I got you. Alright, so anyway, guys, welcome back to Big Brother. I've had a mental break with this show.
Yep.
Completely, but I think that, I will not have to think about it for a little while, and I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to take a week off because, oh god, my god, it is insane. It is absolutely insane. But I have to keep on reminding myself that it is just a game, and it's just a reality show that happens once a year.
Yep.
So,
a quarter of a year, but...
For like a quarter of a year. It's so irrelevant, it's not even funny, but it matters so much to me at the same time for some fucking reason. I don't know why. But anyways, welcome back. So we talked about the big fight that happened between Clay and Vanessa, John, and James. And that was aired, as I was expecting. It aired on that Sunday. We got big glimpse today. I thought it was gonna be a lot more like in your face fighting than I originally remembered, but it was pretty intense, and that kind of opened the door for this week's head of household, who was Becky.
What?
She apparently has decided to win a competition and actually be relevant in the household for once, so that's
good for her.
No one really knew like what the fuck she was gonna do, and then she finally got Jackie, James, and Meg into her room, and she's just like, you know what? This week I want to target Vanessa, and my heart fluttered. And I was just like, yes, yes, please. I was just so happy, and she was like, I know how to handle Vanessa, I could get this done, it'll work out perfectly. And it seemed like everything was going to plan. She nominated Shelly and Steve as nominations, and the Power of Veto players was a bit of a heart stopper because it was, or the players, yeah, or Becky, Shelly, Steve, Austin, Meg, and Vanessa.
The terror.
It was kind of scary, but then, guess what? Steve won the Power of Veto, so it actually worked out. It actually worked out quite well.
Yeah, and Steve, like after he did his run, he was like, "Wow, that really wasn't that good at all. I feel really bad about myself." And then he fucking won. He destroyed everybody else.
Pretty much. Do you want to explain the competition?
I guess.
You're my competition explain guy.
Yes,
like
okay. So the competition was, they got up on this giant zip line. They had to ride the zip line down looking through windows as they saw comic book covers of all the contestants this season. And they had, not only did they have to put them in the right order, but there were very tiny differences between each one that they had to make sure that they had down correct.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun because you got to see, like, the blanket. That was
yes,
Audrey.
Audrey was the blanket, and that was so funny.
I think that was probably the best comic. I don't think it easily. Like I don't think you can really argue. And the fact that I don't know. I feel like the fact that they made Vanessa the Mad Hatter, and no one even clicked at how like the Mad Hatter was like. Was it like the Mad Hatter like a villain of some sort? I don't know.
Not really a villain.
I don't know.
It's just a really weird guy in Alice in Wonderland.
I've never.
But probably because she's mad, as in she's crazy, and she wears a lot of hats.
Okay. Well, I still felt like that was kind of like a signal to the house, cause like, Mad Hatter, absolutely insane. Maybe you should consider that when you're voting. So the nomination ceremony. And it was working out perfectly, was Shelly and Vanessa. The two people that we hate the most in this house are up on the block.
Yep.
And Vanessa is more likely going home because Shelly does not have any allies. And you know, it's funny. Fucking Shelly was evicted 8-0.
Yep. Love it. I love everything.
I wanna cry honestly, because I I understand if people like Vanessa in the fact that she's batshit crazy and people want to see crazy stay on the show. I get that, and
I don't.
I,
You see what it does to you're one of the biggest Big Brother fans there is, and you're going fucking insane.
I know, but I think that's just because I've been against Vanessa since like week 3. But I think if you were supporting Vanessa for the most part, I could kind of see why you're still like happy and rooting for her.
Yeah.
But with that being said, she's a raging bitch, and
Okay.
she somehow saved herself this week. James, Jackie, and Meg, and then
We're being dumbasses.
I could kind of see where James was coming from, and the fact that maybe Shelly would have gone after him, but Shelly had no one. Shelly was giving her game to them essentially, and with Johnny Mac by their side, and by Shelly's side, and Steve by her side, I'm pretty sure Shelly would have probably leaned more towards Johnny Mac. I'm pretty sure they would have had full control of this house. In fact, I think they would have had control of what happened in the double eviction as well.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you would not want to get rid of Vanessa. And it was going to be a win either way, I guess. Getting rid of Shelly, she was, again, one of the raging bitches in this house. She was responsible for most of the evictions. So, yes, getting rid of Shelly was great, but Vanessa has been controlling the game and has had people in her pocket.
Yeah.
So, it's
fucking idiots.
It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. So, now, luckily, we're not done yet, because we got quite the double eviction ahead of us.
This made me so angry. I'm so angry right now.
So Steve wins the head of household. I was excited, but I was also a bit iffy, because I was just like, how will Steve do this? Because I don't know if he wanted to
just
get
when I saw Steve, Austin, and Johnny Mac as the last 3, I was getting a little worried.
Yeah, but
that Steve won.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Johnny Mac and Steve, they're working together. I just wanted safety for Johnny Mac. That was the most important thing for me, because Johnny Mac is like the only person at this point that I really want to see win, like hardcore.
How the fuck did that happen?
I don't know. And to think that we hated him post or pre Big Brother started.
Yeah,
it was great.
He's cool though. He's a nice guy.
Oh, absolutely. It just completely changed. I thought he was gonna be a lot more cocky, and then he's really just cool.
His interview made it seem that way.
Yeah. But yeah, so Steve got one half house, so I was just like, okay, Johnny Mac is at least gonna be safe for the week. And then Steve nominates Meg and Jackie. I'm just like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Yeah. Why? So the power of veto players become Steve, Jackie, Meg, James, John, and Vanessa.
Yep.
But
really simple competition.
Yeah.
What they had to do was they had to take a ball, multiple balls, all the balls, and roll it down this platform. And they had to get the balls, and there were a bunch of like different obstacles on the platform. It looked a lot like a Survivor challenge.
Yeah.
They had to just sink the balls into 1, 2, and 3 in that order. Really simple.
Yeah, it was an interesting comp, and I thought it was gonna come down to John and Jackie, which it did. And John ended up winning
James, it came down to really.
Oh, really? I didn't see that. John won, and that meant he was gonna be safe no matter if Steve decided to flip on him. So that was good.
Yeah.
So then, John and Steve have a conversation that we don't really know about yet. My prediction is that Steve either told him not to use the power of veto, or Steve told him that he was gonna nominate Becky, and then John decided it was in his best interest game wise to get rid or rather not use the power of veto and keep Becky in the house. So John did not use the power veto, and Meg and Jackie remain on the block. Completely shell-shocked the goblins are, and it's amazing to me because I feel like I was sad, but I was also felt like you kind of deserve this. At the same time, you kind of.
I mean, okay. To be fair, it wasn't Vanessa that got them out, that got them on the block this time.
But see, I think that I don't want to say anything because I think that it might be a bit spoilery, but
Shit.
well, I won't say anything, but or in terms of like actual what has been happening, but I will say that Steve admitted that someone told him that Jackie was going after him. Quote unquote someone.
Probably Austin.
Could have been Austin. Could have been. Well, the thing is that like Becky confronted him about it, and he was just like, "Oh, well, the person that you'll guess is probably the right person." And of course, who was the first person that Becky will guess?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was not. I didn't want to give any more spoilers other than that, though. But I'm going to say that's what happened. And I think that if that was Vanessa that basically got Jackie out of this game through Steve, that was really smart of him. Or rather, really smart of Vanessa to do, and just a really shitty situation for the other side of the house.
Unfortunately.
So, and like Steve is like, even though Steve knows that he cannot trust Vanessa, he still has been a puppet for her. And it's like, it is ridiculous.
It's so frustrating.
It is very frustrating. So you and I both know who wins Head of Household, but we're not gonna say that here. But
yep.
But we're gonna do predictions because we did type these up prior to finding out who won Head of Household. And there's a loud car going by. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your.
We know he has a small penis.
Wow, that is really like just cutting deep into his soul, man. That is rough.
Whenever I hear someone just unnecessarily drive by with a loud vehicle, and I'm not talking about loud like broken, like literally like revving their engine in a 25-mile-per-hour zone, you know they have a small penis, so they're trying to compensate for it.
God damn it! That is Now, whenever I hear a loud car, I'm immediately thinking of that.
That's one thing that I'm glad that I didn't find on the internet. I came up with that myself.
You know what? That is pretty good. It's probably accurate. It is probably accurate. So, yeah. Anyways, Gocubs, would you like to lead off the predictions for this week?
Sure. All right, so I predicted, and I'm a very hopeful person, that John wins HOH.
Okay.
He nominates Austin and Vanessa.
Austin, and then good old Vanessa. Go ahead.
Liz plays in the veto and ends up pulling Austin off.
Okay.
John puts up Julia in her place.
Okay, Julia's not on here. So we'll show Liz again.
Just put another picture of Liz.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then through the events of the week, Austin would become just a huge dick, and try to convince the rest of the house to get rid of Julia so he could have Liz for himself.
So Julia will be the one to be evicted.
And then I'm not done yet. And then Liz will find out and break off her showmance with Austin.
Wow, that is a highly specific but very like I don't know. I don't think I'll mind that happening. But I also think if that did happen, I think that at that point Vanessa will gain all the power because no one would trust any. It would just be bad. All right. Either way, it would be the fallout of the triplets, the triple group. All right, so who do I say is gonna win?
I don't know. Who do you say?
I say that John is also gonna win a household. Because we are again so optimistic.
We're laughing through our tears.
Yeah. And John's gonna nominate Liz and Julia. And Meg is gonna pull out her first actual competition win and not out of the block win. And she's going to remove Julia, and then she's gonna put up, or John's gonna put up Vanessa.
Excuse me.
Yes. And then Vanessa will easily be evicted because Liz is on the block, and there's no way that Austin or Julia will vote to evict Liz. Vanessa's gone. Boom.
Yep.
So, again, very, very optimistic. Alright, so, I don't think that, like, I don't know, I kind of blacked out a lot of this week, so I don't know. I don't know of any other, like, live feed highlights that I had to discuss, other than the fact that, like, James, Jackie, and Meg essentially, like, don't even trust Becky anymore. Like, it was bad. It was really bad how much they flipped. Like, they don't even trust Becky anymore. They don't trust Johnny Mac. And then, like...
And now one of them is gone.
Yeah, one of them is gone.
It's a way to fuck up.
So
fuck it up. You fucked it up.
Yeah, I'm hoping that through what happened in double eviction, that they kind of woke up and like, wow, maybe we should trust Becky.
Everybody's a fucking dumbass.
It's great. And well, that's what Big Brother's about. It's about a bunch of dumbasses getting into a house and trying to figure out how to put the circle block into a square hole.
God damn it.
But it's accurate, though.
It's so accurate.
It's so accurate. Alright, well, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's a surprisingly a very short recap, but we had to kind of rush it because...
Especially since it was a double eviction.
Yeah, but you know what? It's okay, because we got as much information in as possible. If anyone is watching this, please, you should definitely comment below and say who you want to win this season, because we're now way past the halfway point, and we're almost getting there.
And if you predict correctly, Chris will pay you $10.
I don't know if I can,
Chris will pay you $10 if you answer
I don't
correctly.
think, no, I don't, maybe,
15?
I don't know. I think, no, don't raise it, don't
20.
raise it, no, I think you have to go on the lower end, just lower it down, there,
25?
Shut up, okay.
25 cents.
Oh, 25 cents I'll take. 25 cents is the easy one. But, yeah, go Cubs. If you were to say right now, we got Shelly and Jackie in the jury house. Do you think that either one of them can get back in?
Honestly, okay. It depends on what the competition is, because if I recall correctly, there have only been 2 seasons where jury members have been able to come back in, and that's been 15 and 16, right?
Pretty much. I think I have to think back and see if there was ever a time that they returned again.
I just remember Julie saying this is the first time this has ever happened.
Yeah.
In 15.
Yeah.
And so the first one was the competition that James won first, where they were pelted with balls and they had to catch them and put them in the tube next to them.
And that was
last season. It was something to do with, like, it wasn't shuffleboard, but it was basically shuffleboard onto a rotating platform.
Yeah. So
it really depends on what the competition is. If it's more like last season's, then they might have a chance. If it's more like 2 seasons ago, and let's say James is the next one out, James is gonna crush him.
Yeah, true. I think that, well, the thing about the one from Big Brother 15 was that competition was used for this year's household. So,
right. So they're not gonna do that again.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if it's a little more like, not necessarily physical, but requires more hand-eye coordination.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't know if Shelly or Jackie could do it.
Yeah, I think that Jackie, like, people want to say, like, oh, she seems like she could be a comp beast, but I don't think that she's won a lot.
She
and
hasn't really.
she hasn't really, like, she seems like she should have, but she didn't in her short tenure here. Well,
Oh,
Shelley,
she got an HOH.
yeah, I feel like if James gets evicted, James can probably easily get back in.
Yeah.
Because it will definitely it probably won't be a mental cop. It'll probably be some sort of involved with something physical. Shelly, I think, has the best shot at getting back in with anyone getting evicted. I think.
Okay.
I think Shelly, and I wouldn't even mind Shelly getting back in because I don't think that she trusts Vanessa anymore.
No, hell no, she doesn't.
So I don't. As long as at this point, I'm just rooting for Vanessa to get out. It's kind of sad how
It doesn't matter what else happens in the game as long as Vanessa gets out at some point before the final two.
I'd applaud if Austin won this game, like, and that's saying something.
That is very sane.
No, I mean, I love this show, and I think at the end of the day, it is just a game, and I think that I would not want to see Austin win it because he's playing with his dick, but well, it's true,
Well,
but
didn't have to be so blunt about it.
yeah, and I mean, like, I don't even love the twins either. Like, I don't think I really want them to win. But it is so obvious that Vanessa is such a huge threat in this game that people need to start realizing it, and they need to get her out. I feel like it's kind of like with Amanda Zuckerman from 2 seasons ago, where it was like, these people are never going to get her out, and then they finally did. I'm hoping that they kind of have that realization with Vanessa.
Yeah.
I know, and
then we get Spencer, Andy, and Gina Marie as the final 3.
all the floaters. Hey, listen again. I think this has been one of the best seasons in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think I would even be mad. So
yeah,
I'd be okay with it.
And it was cool because Andy, who won Big BB15, went to my high school. So
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always a plus, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
guys.
visited my high school one day and I didn't fucking see him.
Would you have wanted to talk to him about
hell yeah. He and McCrae both came.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They were my 2 favorite contestants that season.
Yeah. Oh my god. That does suck. But you know what? Hopefully someone else from that high school will end up being back. Maybe. Oh yeah. There you go. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the Big Brother podcast. Man, this show has made me mental, but I still love it deep down. Deep down, I understand. I think we're almost through. We're
almost there, and I have been shirtless this entire podcast.
That is true. But it is August 14th, and September 23rd is the finale, so we're still a month away. But
oh fuck. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready.
It's still a while to go, but we'll get there.
When did it end last year?
September 16th or something like
Okay,
that.
so it's only a week longer.
Yeah, well, because I think it's
because Julia.
Because fucking Julia. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next Sunday for the next podcast. It might be delayed considering the circumstances.
We'll see it all, and if that's true, then all of our predictions will be totally shadowed.
Right, but
because you guys will already know what happens if you actually watch the show.
Yeah, we'll predict from that point, I guess.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.